Yes, I've changed my form from God to human. I've been here, at these streams of Jersey, the waters of his marriage. I see my mother's tomb, where she was wiped out by that lightning. It is there by the palace, with that rubble. The remnants of her house still smoldering with Zeus's living fire. Hera's undying outrage against my mother. And I praise Cadmus, huh? He's made his daughter's shrine a sacred place. I have myself covered in leafy shoots of grape-bearing vines. Now, I've come to Thebes, city of Greeks only after having sent those foreign lands dancing in the mysteries I've established, making known to men my full divinity. Thebes is the first city of Greeks where I've roused the people to shout out my cries. With this deerskin draped around my body, this ivy spear, a thyrsus in my hand. For my mother's sisters have acted badly. Something they, of all people, should avoid. They boasted aloud that I, Dionysus, no child of Zeus, claiming instead that Semele, once she was pregnant by a mortal man, attributed her bad luck in bed to Zeus. A story made up, they said, to trick Cadmus. Those sisters state that's why Zeus killed her, because she lied about the men she slept with. So, I've driven the citizens from their homes and friends. They now set out to the mountains, out of their lives. I make them put on costumes, outfits appropriate for my mysteries. All human offspring I've driven into crates fit from their homes. Now they sit out amongst these rocks, underneath green pine trees, no roof overhead. Cadmus's daughters in their company as well. For the city must learn against its will. It has not yet been initiated into my Dionysian rites. So Cadmus, the old one, has transferred his power, his royal authority to Pentheus, who, in my case at least, fights against the gods, prohibiting me all sacrificial offerings, for when he prays, he chooses to ignore me. For this neglect, I'll demonstrate to him, dull in Thebes, that I was born a god. But if Thebans in the city, in their anger, try to make these Bacchae followers leave, to drive them from the mountains, forcibly, I, commander of these manaeads, will fight. That's how I transformed myself, assumed a mortal shape, altered my appearance so that I may resemble any human being. Ah! But you there! You people who left to mold us off the backbone of Lydia! My band of worshippers whom I led here from foreign lands. Ah, my comrades on the road and when we rest. Take up your drums. Move round here. Beat your drums by Pentheus' palace. Let Cadmus' city see you. Will I go in person to Mount Cithaeron, to my Bacchae, to join in their dance.
From Asia, from sacred to lawless, I've come to dance, to move swiftly in my dance. For glorious, sweet and easy task, to cry out in celebration, hailing great God Bacchus.
Who is it? Who's there? Let him say
Hear the violence it contains. At once the whole earth will dance. Whoever leads our dancing. Now it's glorious. To the mountains, where the powerful lions wait, all stung to frenzied madness, to weave their weaving shuttles, goaded on by Dionysus.
He's welcome in the mountains when he sinks down to the ground. After the running dance wrapped in holy deer skin, hunting the goat's blood of the slaves, devouring its raw flesh with joy, rushing off into the mountains in Phrygia, in Lydia, leading the dance, Rhodes of Owen. He holds the torch high, our leader, the Bacchic one, blazing flame of pine, sweet smoke and Syrian incense trailing from his thyrsus. As he dances, he runs here and there, rousing the stragglers, stirring them with his cries. Awakening the mind shouts, his voice reverberates. On, Buckets, on! Through the glitter of tumulus which flows with gold, chant songs to Dionysus, to the loud beat of our drums. Celebrate the God of joy with your own joy, with Phrygian cries and shouts, when the sweet sacred pipes play out their rhythmic holy song, in time to dancing wanderers. Then to the mountains, on to the mountains!
Where are the guards at the door? You, in there! Tell Cadmus to get himself out of the house. Agave's ladder came here from Sidon and put towers up in the Theban town. Tell him Tiresias is waiting for him. He knows well enough why I've come. I'm an old man, and he's even older. And we've agreed to make ourselves a nurses, to put on fallen skins and crown our heads with garlands of these ivy branches.
My dearest friend, I was inside the house. I heard your voice, and I recognized it. Voice of a man in wise. So I come with the smallest thoughts. We must sing his praise much for this Dionysus is my daughter's child. Now he revealed himself undone to man. Where must I go and dance? Where do I come to? My free and my old great head. You must I entreat this. One old lady and another paradise. Oh, I'm never tired of wearing this thirst this day and night striking the ground. Oh, rapture, how we can forget our old man.
You feel the same way I do, for I am young and will try dancing.
Shall we come to the mountain in a chariot?
God would not then get complete respect.
I will be your nursemaid, and one old man will take charge of another one.
God will see that we get to the place without our efforts.
Of all the city, are we the only ones who are dancing to celebrate Bacchus?
Yes, indeed. And we're the only ones whose minds are clear. As for the others, their thinking is wrong.
Gracious. There will be a lonely wait. Take my hand.
Here, take it. Make a pair of it, and yours.
I'm immortal, so I don't want the god.
To the gods, we mortals are all ignorant. Those traditions from our ancestors, as old as time itself, no argument will ever overthrow. In spite, subtlety sharp minds invent. Will someone say I disrespect old age if
you?
It so happens I've been away from Thebes, but I hear about disgusting things going on in the city. Everyone leaving home to go to silly Bacchae rituals, cavorting there in mountain shadows with dances honoring some upstart god. This Dionysus, whoever he may be, mixing bowls in the middle of their meetings are filled with wine. They creep off one by one to lonely spots to have sex. Busy worshiping, but they rank Aphrodite, goddess of sexual desire, ahead of Bacchus. All those I've caught in the city, I keep guarded in our huddled prison, their hands chained up. All those not in the city all track town. That includes Agave, who bore me to Echion, Ino, and Atonue, Actaeon's mother. This man claims that Dionysus is a god, alleging that once upon a time he was stitched up in Zeus's thigh. But Dionysus is burned to death, along with Semele, because she lied. She maintained that she had sex with Zeus. All this surely merits a harsh punishment, death by stoning. Now, here's something truly astounding. I see Tiresias, our soothsayer, all dressed up in dappled form skins. My mother's father, too. This is ridiculous, to take a Thyrsis and dance around like this. You, sir, I don't like to see such arrogant foolishness at your old age. Why not throw out that ivy and grandfather, why not let that Thyrsis go? Tiresias, you're the one who put him up to this. You want there to be some new god for men so that you can inspect more birds and from their sacrifices make more money. If your great old age did not protect you, you sit in shame for such a ceremonial perversion. Whenever people at the banquet start to take pleasure in the gleaming wine, I say there is nothing holy about their worshiping.
That is impiety! Oh, stranger, have you no reverence for the gods? For Cadmus, who sowed that crop of men born to the earth, you're a child of Echion. Do you wish to bring your family into disrepute?
When a man of wisdom has good occasion to speak and takes the opportunity, it is not that hard to make an excellent speech. You've got a good tongue and seem intelligent. But your words don't make any sense at all. A fluid orator whose power comes from self-assurance and nothing else makes a bad citizen, for he lacks sense. This man, this new god, you ridicule. I cannot tell you just how important it would be to all of Greece. Young man, amongst all human beings, two things stand out preeminent in highest rank. One is the goddess Demeter. She is the earth. She feeds upon people's cereal grains. The second one came later, born of Semele. He brought with him liquor from the grapes, something to match the bread of Demeter. He introduced it amongst men, so that when they drink what streams off the vine, unhappy mortals are released from pain. It grants them sleep and allows them to forget their daily troubles. Apart from wine, there is no cure for human hardship. He, being a god, is poured out to the gods, so that we may receive fine benefits as gifts from him, and yet you mock him. This god is a prophet too, for in his rites, these Bacchic celebrations and the madness of huge prophetic powers unleashed. As the gods fully enter a human body, they make those possessed by frenzy prophets. They speak of what will come in
good advised. You should live among us, not outside of traditions. At this point, you're lying around, thinking not clearly. For you, estimate this man is not a god. Why not call one? Why not tell a lie, a really good one, so he will seem as some god has born to some lie. We in our family will win honor. Come here, let me crown your heads. I join us in giving honors to this god.
Keep your hands off me! Go on, go to these Bacchae rituals of yours, but don't infect me with your madness. As for the one who in this foolishness has been your teacher, I'll bring him to justice. One of you, go to where this man Dionysus has that seat of his, the place where he inspects his birds. Take some levers, knock it down, demolish it completely, let his holy ribbons fly off into the wings. That way I'll really do him damage. The rest of you, go into the city, scour it to find this effeminate stranger who corrupts our citizens with a new disease and thus infects our beds. Tie him up and bring him here for judgment. A death by stoning. That way he'll see his rights and deeds have come to a bitter end.
You unhappy man! You've no idea just what it is you're saying about it now!
Or even before now, he wasn't in his right mind. Let's go, Cadmus. We'll pray to the god on Pentheus' behalf and for the city too, so that he won't harm it. Come on, bring your ivy covered staff and see if you can support my body, and I'll do the same for you. It would be
so I said, stranger, I don't want to leave you off, but Pentheus or something. There's something else. Those walking followers you locked up, the ones you took in chains to the public prison, they've all escaped. Playing around in some meadow, calling out to Romeo, suddenly they're gone. Chains fell off their feet, just dropping on their own. Keys opened doors, not turned by human hands. This man here has come to Thebes full of amazing tricks. But the rest of this affair, my lord, is up to you.
Untie his hands. I've got him in my neck. He's not strong enough to get away from me. Well, stranger, I see this body of yours is not unsuitable for women's pleasure. As for your hair, it's long, which suggests you're no wrestler. It flows across your cheeks.
That's most seductive. And you're first, tell me something of your heritage.
That's easy enough, though I'm not boasting. You've heard of Troupe, where flowers grow?
I have no ancient near time stars.
I'm from there. My homeland is Lydia.
Why do you release rights to the grieves?
Dionysus sent me, the son of Zeus.
Is there some Zeus who makes you gods?
No, it's the same Zeus who weds Semele right here.
Tell me what they're like. These rituals of yours.
That information cannot be passed on to men like you. Those uninitiated in the rites of mockers.
They benefit those who sacrifice.
Well, they're worth knowing, but you're not here.
You skillfully avoid my question, making me want an answer.
The rituals are no friend of any man who's hostile towards the gods.
When this god revealed himself to you, was it in your dreams, or were you wide awake?
I saw him. He saw me. He gave me the sacred rituals.
This god of yours, since you saw him so clearly, what's he like?
He is what he wished to be, not made to order.
You fluently evade my question, saying nothing whatsoever.
Yes, but then a man can seem totally ignorant and speaking to a fool.
Is this the first place you've come with your rights?
All foreigners are dancing in these rites.
That's not surprising, they're stupider than the Greeks.
In this they are much wiser, but their laws are very different too.
When you dance these rites, is it at night or during the daytime?
Mainly at night. Shadows confer solemnity.
And to deceive the people, it's all corrupt.
One can do shameful things in daylight too.
You must be punished.
You too, for foolishness, impiety towards the god.
How rash this Bacchae is, how well prepared in using language.
Punishment might suffer, but harsh penalties will be inflicted.
First, I'll cut off this delicate hair of yours.
My hair is sacred. I grow it for the god.
And give me that purse that's in your hand.
This belongs to the gods, not mine. You'll have to come seize it from me for yourself.
We'll lock your body up inside in prison.
The god will personally set me free whenever I so choose.
But that only works if we call on him amongst the Bacchae.
But he sees my suffering now, and from nearby.
Where is he then? I don't see him.
He is where I am. You cannot see him because you don't believe.
Seize him, he's insulting Thebes and me.
I warn you, do not tie me up. I've got my wits about me. You've lost yours.
But I am more powerful than you, so I'll have you put in chains.
You're quite ignorant of why you live, what you do, who you are.
I am Pentheus, son of Agave and Euripides.
Suitable name. It suggests misfortune.
Go now. Lock him up in the adjoining stables, but you'll see nothing but darkness. There you can dance. As for all those Bacchae followers you brought with you, these partners in crime, we'll
his desires. In the stable where he went to tie me up, he found a bow. He threw the iron fetters around its knees and hooves, and as he did so, he kept panting in his rage, dripping sweat down his whole body, his teeth gnawing up his lip. I watched him, sitting quietly nearby. Suddenly, Bromius came and shook the place, setting his mother Semele's tomb on fire. Seeing this, Pentheus thought the palace was burning down and ran round here and there, yelling at his staff to bring more water. His servants went to work, and all for nothing. As I escaped, he ended all that work. Seizing a dark sword, Pentheus rushed inside the palace. Then, it seems to me, but I'm guessing now, Bromius had some phantom image. Pentheus charged at it, slashed him away and left with the bright air, thinking he was butchering me. There's more. Bromius returned him still in more ways. He knocked the palace down, level with the ground, all shattered. Pentheus had witnessed a bitter end to my imprisonment. He dropped his sword, worn out, exhausted. Here mortal, daring to fight a god. So, I strolled out calm down here to you. Leaving the palace, ignoring Pentheus, and wait. It seems to me I hear the sound of marching feet. No doubt we'll be out here soon enough. What will he say? I wonder, after all this. Well, no doubt he'll be quite gentle, even if he does come out breathing up a storm. After all, a wise man ought to keep his temper.
What's happening to me? Total disaster. The man's escaped and we just chained him up. What are you doing here outside my palace?
Hold on, calm down. Don't be so angry.
How did you escape your chains and get here?
Did I not say someone would release me? Or did you miss that part? I've just left the violet, that mountain where the sparkling snow never melts there.
What is this important news you come with?
I saw those manaeads and the bald rebels, the sacred screamers all driven crazy, the ones who run barefoot from their homes. I came, my lord, to tell you and the city the dreadful things they're doing. Their actions are beyond all wonder. But first, my lord, I wish to know if I should tell you, openly report what's going on there, or whether I should hold my tongue. Your mood changes so fast, I'm afraid. You're all too royal tempered.
Speak on. Whatever you have to report, you will receive no punishment from me. It's not right to vent one's anger on the just. The more terrible things you tell me about those Bacchae followers, the worse I'll move against the one who taught them all their tedious tricks.
The grazing cattle were just moving into pastures at the hour the sun was out of Thebes toward the earth. Right then I saw 3 groups of dancing Bacchae. One of them, ought to know I led. Your mother, Agave, led the second group, and Dino led the third. They're all asleep, bodies quite relaxed. Some leaning back on leafy billows of pine, others cradling their heads on oak leaf pillows. Resting on the ground, in all modesty, they weren't as you described, all drunk on wine or on music with their flutes, hunting for Aphrodite in the woods alone. When she heard my warm cattle lowing, your mother stood up in his Bacchae and called them to stir their limbs from sleep. They rubbed refreshing sleep out of their eyes and stood up straight there. Marvelous sight to see such an orderly arrangement. People young, dull, and still unmarried youths. First, they let their hair goes down their shoulders, then tied up the fawn skin, some had untied their knots with some cords. Then around to the skin, they used the
entire mountain and its wild animals were like that in one mocking ecstasy. As they moved, they made all things dance. Agave by chance was dancing close to me. Leaving the ambush where I'd been concealed, I jumped out, hoping to grab hold of her. She cried out, "Oh, my good hounds, men are hunting us. Come on, follow me, armed with that versus in your hand." He ran off, and so escaped, came toward her heart. Then they went to the heifers browsing on the turf. You should have seen one ripping a fat, young, loading calf apart, others tearing cows in pieces with their hands. You could have seen cloven hooves and ribs tossed everywhere, some hung up in trees, dripping blood and gore. Oh my Lord, you must welcome God into our city, for he is a mighty God in many other ways. The people say, so I've heard, he gives mortal beings that time and puts an end to human grief. Without wine, there's no more Aphrodite, or any other pleasure left for men.
I'm afraid to talk freely before the king, but nonetheless I'll speak. This Dionysus is not inferior to any god.
This Dionysian arrogance, like a fire keeps flaring up close by, a great insult to all the Greeks. We must not hesitate. Go to the electric summon all the heavy infantry, all fast cavalry, tell them to muster along with those who carry shields, the archers, to the ones who draw the bowstring back by hand. We will march out against these Bacchae in this whole business. We will lose control if we have to put up with what we've suffered from these manaeads.
Heard what I've had to say, Pentheus, but still you're not convinced. Though I am suffering badly at your hands, I think you shouldn't go to war with the god. You should stay calm. Bromius will not let you move his manaeads from their mountain.
Don't preach to me. You've already got your freedom. Enjoy that fact. Or shall I punish you some more?
I'd sooner make an offering to that god than in some angry fit to kick at his wings. A mortal going to battle with a god.
I'll make an offering, all right, the slaughter of all those pockets on the force of Cithaeron, just as they deserve.
You'll all run! And what a disgrace! To turn those bronze shields round, fleeing the first sight of those Bacchae worshippers.
It's useless trying to argue with this stranger. Whatever he does or suffers, he will shut up!
My lord, there's still a chance to end this conflict.
By doing what? Should I become a follower to my own followers?
I'll bring them up right here, without the use of any weapons.
I don't think so. You're setting me up for one of your tricks again.
What sort of trick if I want to save you in my own way?
You've made some deal with your gods. You can always dance at your Bacchae orgies.
Yes, that's true. I have made some deal with the god.
You never give me my weapons. And you, no more talk. Keep quiet.
Just a minute. How would you like to gaze upon those manaeads sitting together in the mountains?
I like that. Yes, for that I'd pay gold and a great deal.
Why is that? Why do you desire it so much?
I'd be sorry to see the followers drunk.
Would you derive pleasure from looking on? Doing something you find painful?
I would. If I were sitting in the trees in silence.
But even if you go there secretly, they'll track you down.
You're right, I'll go there openly.
So you're prepared then, are you? To make the journey? Shall I lead you?
Yes, let's go. And with all speed, I've got time.
In that case, you must clothe your body in tie-dye. One made of Eastern linen.
What? I'm not going up there as king. I got to dress myself in manaead.
inside your house and dress you up.
What? I have to dress as a Bacchae? I can't do that. It'd be a shame to do.
You're so keen to see the manaeads, aren't you?
What sort of clothing do you recommend? How should I cover up my body?
First, I'll fix up a long hairpiece for your head.
What's next? What's the next piece of my outfit?
Pocket clothing, down to your feet, and headband. Go right here, just around the forehead.
And then, what else do you provide?
Thyrsus to hold, and a dappled fawn sleeve.
No, I can't dress myself as a Bacchae.
If you go fighting with these Bacchae, it will cause bloodshed.
That's true, which is why we should spy on them.
Hunt down evil by committing evil. That sounds like a wise way to proceed.
But how will we get to the city without the feelings noticing?
We go by deserted streets. I'll take you.
Well, anything's easier to accept than being a fool by Bacchae followers. I'll go in the house. I'll think on what's best.
As you wish. Whatever you do, I'm ready.
I think I'll go in now. It's a choice between going with weapons and taking your advice.
My followers! That man is now entangled in our net. He'll go to those Bacchae, and there he'll die. That will be his punishment. Oh, Dionysus, you are not far away. Now it's up to you. Punish him! First, make sure he goes insane with some crazed fantasy. If his mind is strong, he'll not agree to put on hippies' clothing. But he'll do it if you make him mad. I want him made the laughing stock of Thebes. As I lead him through the city, mincing as he marches on, silly clothing after he made himself so terrified with all those earlier threats. Now I'll be off. We go fit Pentheus into the costume he'll wear when he goes down to Hades. Once he's butchered by his mother's hands. He'll come to acknowledge Dionysus, son of Zeus, born in full divinity, most fearful and yet most kind to men.
Oh, when will I be dancing, leaping barefoot through the night, flinging back my head in ecstasy in the clear, cold, dew fresh air, like a playful fawn celebrating the green joy across
shaking it loose in that house, practicing my Bacchae dance.
I'll rearrange it for you. After all, it's only right that I should serve you. Straighten up your head.
All right. I'll let you read my dresser now that I've transformed myself for you.
Your belt is loose. These pleats in your robe are crooked here, down your ankle.
That may be true for my right leg, but here they flow perfectly down the whole length of my leg.
Once you see those Bacchae followers acting modestly, once you confront something you don't expect, you'll consider me your dearest friend.
This versus. Do I hold it in my right hand or my left? Which is more suitable to Bacchae celebration?
You're right. You must lift your right foot and run with it. Your mind has changed. I applaud you for it.
Will I be strong enough to hold the force of the Cithaeron on my back with all those Bacchaes?
If you have desire, you have the power. Before your mind was out of balance, now it's working in you just as it should.
Should we take levers with us? Or will I rip the forest up by hand and arm and shoulder under mountain peaks?
As long as you don't utterly destroy the places where the nymphs all congregate. Or Pan places music on his pipes.
You make a good point. I'll use our force and get the better of these people. But watch there for the trees.
You'll find just the sort of hiding place a spy should find who wants to conceal himself, so he can gaze upon the manaeads.
I can picture them now, going at it like running birds, clutching at each other as they swim by.
Perhaps that's why you're going, as a guard to stop all that. Maybe you'll capture them. Unless are captured first.
Beyond, through our city, I am the only man in all the Thebes to undertake such things.
There the city's burning by yourself, all by yourself. So your work is waiting there for you. Tasks specially set for you. Follow me. I guide will rescue you. When you return, someone else will bring you back.
That will be my mother.
For everyone you'll have become someone to celebrate.
That's why I'm going.
You'll be carried back.
Oh, you're pampering me.
Your mother's arms.
You have made up your mind to truly spoil me.
Spoil you? That's true. But in my own way.
Then I'll be on. Again, but how do you serve?
You fearful, terrifying man, on your way to horrific suffering, rush. You'll learn a towering fame as high as heaven. Hold out your hand to him, Agave. You two are sisters, Cadmus's daughters. I'm leading this young man in your direction for the great confrontation where I'll triumph. I am Romulus. What else will happen? Events will show as they occur.
Up now, you hounds of madness! Go up now into the mountains. Go where Cadmus's daughters keep their company of worshippers. Go them to furious revenge against that man, that raving spy, all dressed up in his Bacchic clothing, so keen to glimpse the manaeads. His mother will see him first, as he spies a woman secret from some level rock or crag.
Just scream out to her manaeads. Who's the man who's come here to the mountains?
graffiti, tongues quite silent, as we could see without being noticed. There was a valley there, shut in by cliffs, through which refreshing waters flowed, with pines providing shade. There the manaeads sat, their hands all busy with delightful work, some with ivy strands repairing damaged thursoi, others sang, chanting Bacchae songs to one another, carefree as fillies freed from harnesses. And yes, that unhappy man, not seeing the crowd of manaeads, spoke up.
Strangers, I can't see from where we're standing. My eyes can't glimpse those crafty manaeads. But up there, on that little pine tree stands. If I can climb it, I may witness those Bacchae and see the disgraceful things they do.
Then I saw that stranger with marvel. He seized that pine tree's topmost branch, stretched up to heaven, and brought it down, pulling it to dark earth, ending it as if it were a bow or some carved wheel forced into a circle while staked down with pegs. That's how that stranger made that tree bend down, forcing the mountain pine to earth by hand, something no mortal man could ever do. Then he set Pentheus in that pine tree's branches. His hands released the tree, but slowly, being very careful not to shake Pentheus loose, and stood up straight there. So that pine towered straight up to heaven. With my king perched on its back, the manaeads could see him there more easily than he could spy on them. As he was just becoming visible, the stranger had completely disappeared. Some voice, I guess it was Dionysus, cried out from the sky.
Young followers! I brought you the man who laughed at you, who refused my rights. Punish him!
The manaeads saw him in that pine. As he shouted this, a dreadful fire arose, blazing between the earth and heaven. The air was still. They stood up at once. They heard the voice, but not distinctly, and gazed around them. Then again, the voice shouted his commands. When Cadmus' daughters clearly heard what Dionysus ordered, they rushed out, running as fast as doves, moving their feet at amazing speed. His mother, Agave, with both her sisters and all the Bacchae, charged out through the valley, torrents, the mountain cliffs, pushed to a god-inspired frenzy. They saw Pentheus sitting there in that tree. First they scaled a mountain cliff, looming up opposite the tree, and started throwing rocks, trying to hurt it. Others threw branches or hurled the thirstily through the air and stabbed miserable Pentheus, their target. But they didn't hit him. When these attempts all failed, Agave said,
Come now. Make a circle around the tree. Now, manaeads, each of you must seize a branch, so we may catch that flying beast up there. Stop him, and marvels, your answers known.
Thousands of hands grabbed the tree and pulled. They yanked it from the ground. Sad miserable Pentheus fell crashing down from his lofty perch, screaming in distress, for he knew well enough something dreadful was about to happen. His priestess mother first began the slaughter. She hurled herself at him. Pentheus tore off his headband, untying it from his head, so wretched Agave would recognize him, so she wouldn't kill him. Touching his cheek, he cried out,
It's me, mother. It's Pentheus, your son. You bore me at home in Hector's house. Pity me, mother. Don't kill me because I've made mistakes.
But Agave was foaming at the mouth, eyes rolling in their sockets, her mind not sat much got to think. She didn't listen. She was possessed in a mocking frenzy.
manaeads howled out together in triumph. One brandished an arm, another held a foot, complete with hands to move. Their nails tore its ribs apart. Their hands grew bloody as they tossed bits of flesh back and forth for fun. His body parts lie scattered everywhere. Some under rough rocks, some in the forest. Wait, I see Agave, mother of Pentheus, on her way home. Her eyes scare things. Let us now welcome her, the happy rebels of our God of joy. Why do you appeal to me?
From the mountains, I brought home this ivy tendril, freshly cut. You had a pleasant hunt.
Oh, I see it. As a fellow dancer, unaccepting.
I cut this young lion without a trap, as you can see. What forest was he in?
Cithaeron! Cithaeron?
Cithareon killed him.
Who struck him down?
The honor of the first blow goes to me! Who did it? Oh well, from Cadmus.
Cadmus, what?
His other children laid hands on the beast, but after me! Only after I did first! We've had a pleasant hunt, so come, share our feast. You want us to eat at with you, you unhappy woman. This is the young bull. Look at its cheek. It's just thrown down the soft hair. His hair makes him resemble some wild beast. Bacchus is a clever huntsman. He wisely set his manaeads on this beast.
Yes, our Lord is indeed a hunter.
You no praise for me? I praise you? Soon? All Cadmus people! Pentheus, your son, will celebrate his mother, who caught the beast, just like a lion. It's a
Strange trophy.
and strangely captured too.
You're proud of what you've done.
Yes! I'm delighted. Great things have come on this hunt. Clear for all to see.
Well, then, you most unfortunate woman, go. Show off your hunting prize, your sign of victory to all the citizens.
All of you here, all of you living in the land of Thebes, the city with its splendid walls, come, see the wild beast we hunted down, daughters of Cadmus, not with galled spears, Thessalian javelins, or by using nets, but with our own hands, our fingertips. After this, why should huntsmen boast aloud when no one needs the implements they use? We caught this beast ourselves, tore it apart with our own hands. Where's my father? He should come here. And where's Pentheus? Where's my son? He should take a ladder, place it against the house, way up there on the palace front. I've captured it and brought it home with me.
Follow me. Follow closely. There is some part of Bacchae and Pentheus. So many searches that I pick up the body. I came across it on the rocky cliff. Among material rocked to pieces, no part lying together in one place. It was in the wood. It was a search. Someone told me what my daughter did, those horrific acts. Once I came back, turning here with old Euripides, and saw the city roll back from the Bacchae. So I climbed the mountains once again and bring
creatures in the wild. All he seems capable of doing now is fighting with the gods. It's up to you, Father, now, to reprimand him for it. Who will summon him here, into my sight, so he may see my good luck for himself?
Alas! What dreadful pain you feel when you recognize what you've just done. If you stay forever in your present state, you will be unfortunate, but you won't feel as if you're suffering on happiness.
But putting all this is wrong or painful.
First, raise your eyes. Look up into the sky.
All right. Why tell me to look up there?
Does the sky still seem the same to you, or has it changed?
It seems, well, brighter, more transparent than it was before.
And your inner spirit, is it still shaking?
I don't know what it is you're asking, Father. My mind is changing. It's starting to clear somehow.
Can you hear me? Can you answer clearly?
Yes, but Father, what we discussed before, I've quite forgotten.
Tell me this. To whose house did you come to when you got married?
You gave me to Agave, who, men say, was one of those wrong seeds you cast.
And that house you born your husband a child. What was his name?
His name is Pentheus. I conceived him with his father.
This ad, or Cadmus holding. Who is it?
It's a lion's. It's what the hunter said.
Inspect it more carefully. You can do that without much effort.
What is this? What am I looking at? What am I holding?
Look at it. You will understand more clearly.
What I see fills me with such horrific pain, such agony.
Does this still seem to be Elias' head?
No. This head I'm holding belongs to Pentheus!
Yes, that's right. I was lamenting his fate before you recognized him.
Who killed him? How did he come into my hands?
Harsh truth. How did you come to light at the wrong moment?
Tell me. My heart is pounding within me with what you are about to say.
You killed him. You and your sisters.
Where was he killed?
He was killed where a dog was made to come and live in Bacchae.
Why how did that poor man go to Cithaeron?
He went there to ridicule the god, and you for celebrating Dionysus.
How did we happen to be up there?
You were all insane. The whole city was in a Bacchic madness.
Now I see. Lord Dionysus has destroyed us all!
He took offense at being insulted. You did not consider him a god.
Father, where's the body of my cursed son?
I have difficulty tracking down the body I brought back what I found.
All his limbs laid out, just as they should be. And Pentheus
disasters. It is destroying the house and me, for I have no children left. Now I see this offspring of your woman, you unhappy woman, cruelly butchered in the most shameful way. He was the one who brought new vision to our house. Child, you have no honor of our family. My daughter's son, you were fearing me. No one who ever saw you would insult me. Though I was old. But you would then inflict fit punishment. Now, the mighty Cadmus, the one who so later harvested the most splendid crop the Theban people, will be in exile, banished from his home, a dishonored man. Dearest man, even though I shall, you are alive no more. I count you among those closest to me. You won't be touching my cheek anymore and calling me grandfather as you asked me. Oh man, who seem to you dishonor you? Was upsetting you out with any pain. Tell me, Father, so I can punish anyone who treats you injustice. You're in this paradise day. In my misery, your father's beautiful. And all your relative are in despair. If there is a man who ever disrespected God, let him think about how this man perished. For then, we should develop faith.
I'm sorry for you, Cadmus. You're in pain, but your grandson deserved his punishment.
Father! Now all has changed for me. For me, your royal and honored daughter, the mother of a king, I'm now transformed into an abomination, something to fill all people's hearts with horror. The mother who slaughtered her only son, who tore off the heart of him who filled our heart with such joy. All to honor this God, Dionysus. But, Father, grant me your permission now to lay out here the body of my son. Prepare his corpse for proper burial.
His body, all apart, lies here in the chest, not a pretty sight. My own eyes can hardly bear to see. If you can endure the word, my child, again, you have to get it right.
my rights. Now you must leave. Abandon your city for unlawful ends. Agave, too, that polluted creature, must face perpetual banishment. Cadmus, you too must endure your lot. Your form will change, so you become a serpent. Your wife Harmonia, Ares' daughter, whom you, though mortal, took in marriage, will transform, changing to a snake. By Zeus's oracle, you will drive a chariot drawn by heifers, who rule mortals. With your armies too large to count, you'll raise many cities, and after Apollo's oracle is despoiled, they will have a painful journey back again. But Ares will argue in Harmonia. In the lands of the blessed, he'll transform your lives. That's what I proclaim. I, Dionysus, born from no mortal father, but from Zeus. And if you had behaved as you should have when you were unwilling, you would consider yourself fortunate to count Zeus's child among your allies.
Oh, Dionysus, we implore you, we have not acted justly.
You learned too late. You were ignorant when you should have known.
Now we understand. Your action against us are too severe.
I was born at God! And you insulted me.
Angry God should not act just like humans.
My father Zeus willed all this long ago.
Alas, old man, that this must be our fate. The miserable exiles.
Why then delay? Why postpone what necessity requires?
My child, we stumble into this disastrous, this terrible calamity. You and me both in agony. Your sisters. So I'll go out to your followers, some foreign residents of my old age. And there's our which says I'll lead a large force back to Greece. I'll bring you here with me, Ares' daughter, my wife, Ammonius. I'll have a savage nature at this age. I'll lead the soldier to the altar, to the tomb in Greece. Even then, there will be no end to my wretched sorrow.
Alas, Father, I must be exiled without you.
Why throw your arms around me like young